The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. Dow's down 26, S&P is down 2.31, and the QQQ is down just a little bit, about 8 cents. So what we're looking at here, I just wanted to show you this before we really get started because I'm all about your techniques, so let's just talk about this. Look at this beautiful cup formation. Look at this little arch formation. The dreaded H pattern went to a lower low, but the technicals are starting to improve. Makes a double bottom and then goes to peak A, B, C, D. Why do I talk about D? D is the fourth highest peak from the most identifiable low, in this case right there, in the 2-minute chart at 10:52 this morning Eastern Time at 2783.50. And then it goes, look, peak A, you're always looking for the fourth highest peak where other things can happen. Then you go peak A, peak B, peak C. And then I've drawn in the Chapman wave inside wedge resistant repellent line. And it's actually the target repellent line. And what does it do? It finally goes to peak D right there. 1144, it goes to 2792.50. Now you've got to watch for this arch formation. But look at the different support levels. Even the 200-period moving average of 2788.50. That's a good support level. So we'll see what happens. All right. Just wanted to go through that. Here we go. The dollar is kind of important right now. The dollar is down 3 ticks. This is for us, for my subscribers, I said the 95.50 area, I want to see that hold. I want to see it hold. I want to see it actually start to turn around, and I want to see a real quick move to the 96.70s. I'm not sure it can do that, but you can see the weekly charts had a very nice digestive phase. It's also got that H pattern that could break down. You start to see the dollar trading under 95 in the next 3-4 sessions. It's going to go quite a bit lower. Right. So the dollar right now is holding okay. We're looking at gold, and gold is down 5 now, 5.1. I put a down arrow here. There was a doji peak D at 1331.10. It pulls back to trough C, makes this cup formation as the MACD turns around, goes up. Stochastic is not really good, even when it rallied to the high that was made at 1350, around about the 18th, 19th, whatever that was. Let me just check what day it was. The 20th of February, the MACD was lower, the stochastic was low, on balance volume turned down. And I'd said, I think we're going to have a digestive phase. My eye said, now I can draw it. I wanted to draw it before, but I just didn't want a messy chart. There's a rectangle here and a rectangle here. All right? So we've got potential head and shoulders pattern coming up. There could now be still sideways move. If there's a break in the gold below 1300, give me a little bit of room. That's broken the neckline, and we could see a push down to the 1296, which is the 14-period moving average in the weekly chart. The MACD and stochastic are still pretty good, but it has gone to a leg E in the weekly chart, right up against the resistance near the 1353.9 level from way back, I think it was March, the second lower rung of the ladder there. So no problem. We can have a bit of a rest, and I think that's what's happening now. All right, enough with that. What I really wanted to get to was the TLT. The TLT is right here. This is the Lehman iShares 20-year Treasury Bond ETF or fund. And what I was looking at is that the high was made at 123.86 on the 3rd of January. Remember, the 3rd is the day that most of the key indices broke to the upside above their 9-period moving averages and really didn't look back. Or actually, the 14 and then the 9. Didn't look back. All right, until now. This is a really important phase, just as we're talking. So the bonds are coming down. Wait a minute. If bonds are coming down, and I've got the rectangle formation in the weekly that says really important to hold 119.39. Give it a little room. Let's say 119, because there's the Chapman wave dreaded H. Wow, I should have got my CD already. All right, maybe in the break, if I even remember, because I've had so many questions come in. Let me see if I can do that. But in the meantime, back at the ranch, as they say, the TLT is coming down, which means you've got a commensurate move in the what? Look at the 10-year. The 10-year is breaking above the arch highs. It's got one more level to go. It's trading at 27.15, up 0.22. That's 2.715%. Remember, it hit the threes. It hit 3.24 back in, I think it was October. And now, if it goes above 27.34, I'd say closes. If it closes above 27.34, what I've been talking about for a little while in my recent interview, I discussed this in great detail. I said, I think the Fed is looking for some kind of inflation. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I don't know what tools they're going to actually use. But it seems to me that yields might be a clue for us that the 30-year, the 10-year, the 10 years, this TNX right now, and 5-year could start to move higher, and that could create a bit of a problem in that the Fed doesn't have to say anything, but it's actually happening. If they formalize it, of course, it means that's your base level, and then everything from there can go higher. But if it happens informally, it's still happening. So the TNX right now at 27.17, a high today of 27.24, is doing what? It's getting real close to the 27.34 high that was made on February the 4th. And if it breaks above that, all of a sudden you've got the pattern that says an arch formation that succeeds in holding could become a cup formation and have an equidistant move to the upside. All right. We don't have to deal with that. I'm just setting this in place here to say, don't be surprised. Look at the positive action in the MACD and stochastic in the weekly TNX. That's the 10-year yield. So all I'm saying is, let's be aware that there could be some inflationary aspect here, and it could be done through the medium of rates being pushed higher by whatever factors there are, as bonds come down in price, and it kind of does the Fed's job for it in a way. All right, that's enough. Now the TLT leads us to the IYT, which is, today I've got a theme. The IYT, which is trading at 188.56, and this is the iShares Transportation Average Index, and it is sitting right on the 14-period moving average, having tested it yesterday. Hasn't broken under it since it broke above on the 7th of January, the 14-period exponential moving average, the black line. MACD has crossed negative, not a big wide beta or theta, whatever it is, between the green line and the red line, the two moving averages of importance within the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. Stochastic's now just gone under 80% at 79. We have technicals fading, but the price is still holding very well. Now, what we might see is that the technicals take quite a dive in all these different indices. Prices actually hold well, which means that we're going to use time rather than price. If we get that big red ugly candle, which I'm anticipating is there's a chance of within the next 3 sessions to the downside, we're talking about something a little different. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. Be right back with the Dow down 28.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hi, folks, we're back. So we're looking at the transportation index, 188.65, down 44 cents, minus 0.23. Made a kind of a quadruple top right here in the 192.20s. Now it's at 188.65. Nothing to see yet, but it is starting to turn down. So what I was saying is that if each one of these support levels starts to get taken out sooner rather than later, then we're using price. But you might see the technicals pull back, but the price actually holds up. We talk about that every once in a while. In fact, in my webinar, I spent a whole bunch of time talking about that. What happens when the technicals then turn up is that the price, you think, would go commensurately right through the resistance. Sometimes what happens is just it's distribution, and that distribution can take a long time as everything unfolds. Okay, so watch the 187.30 level is key in the IYT, the transportation index. So now I want you to do this. I want you to just complete what we're looking at in the different indices and sectors. The crude oil, if the crude oil at 57.23 right now, up 30 cents, decisively takes out the left side high. I just need to check there. Was that 57.60 and 60 again? No, 61. Good. Okay. So this is a question. Is this a peak F or is it a brand new A? Well, if there's a new high, a recovery high above 57.81 in the continuous contract, I have to consider that I'm going to be putting a G/B. And that says, yeah, G says, if the MACD turns down sharply, the stochastic's already weak, but the on-balance volume is good. We've got to watch that closely because the closer it gets to the 58.50 area, the closer it gets to the 200-period moving average, which it hasn't been to since it broke down back in, when was that, October? Yep, October, no, it was November the 1st. No, October the 30th. October the 31st. It goes 68.09, then 65.90, red candle under the 200-period moving average. Look at those 7 sessions where it was just fantastic support. Boom! It doesn't need resistance. It just goes right through. Comes all the way down to 42.60 from 76. That's a whopper of a down move. And then it rallies 15 points to the 57s. So this is very good action. And it's saying the MACD is holding okay. Stochastic's not great. But the closer it gets now, it might take a little while longer, but the closer it gets to the 200-period moving average, this orange line, the greater the chance it's going to hit that. That was a question, what about crude oil? So I'm saying crude oil is holding very well. Unless it can close under 54 in the next, what is today, Thursday? I'd say by Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, if it closes quite sharply below 54 in the 53.20s or lower, I think then we're looking at a sideways to choppy action in crude oil. But if it breaks to the upside, look out. It could be a quick run to the 59.5 area. Then I think it starts to stall in that area. Next question I had was MJ. MJ is the modern jazz quartet. No, MJ is the 37.24 level of the alternative harvest ETF, cannabis sector. Question is it going to make a cup formation to get to the 38.36 level? Where it's at 37.24. It's in a leg C. It's struggled. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 sessions to get back, and it hasn't even made it to what took 6 sessions to come down. So it's working well. It's walking the 9-period moving average. Stochastic's kind of running sharply to 85%. I'm always suspicious of this because it can turn around very quickly. But I think this is so far good action. And it says maybe what we're looking at, if there's a consolidation, is a cup formation. And that cup formation says the 34 level is possible to be retested. If you want to see 38.36 as a breakout level, 38.37 as a breakout level for this index, this sector ETF, it really needs to scream through the 38.38. You need to see 38.70 by Wednesday. You see that, and this sector is on fire. It's starting to break key resistance weekly levels. I think it needs a little more time. So I'm thinking the cup could get a second cup formation. We'll see. But if you're long, just keep the long position. You'll be able to actually have trades off this with a small position. But in the meantime, just let it run. Let's see how it holds. Key support at 30, right there. 35, 36.10. Yeah, around about the 36.20 to 36 level. That's going to be key support. Next question I had is, where was it? Oh, morning, Basil. Would you look at what for me? I had bought a position on the 27 watt. What? Now, this sounds like who's on first, right? Or what? What is something to do with energy, surely? Oh, there it is. So it's called Energis Corporation. You remember? I now remember seeing the name, saying, "Oh, you know, these fancy variations of a standard name." That's always tough to do. What's a realty? The realogy or something? Yeah, I mean, you start messing around with names. I don't think it's good. But then who would have thought Google would succeed? And then they take Google, which becomes part of the vernacular. It's part of everybody's language. And what do? They change it to alphabet. They change it to alphabet. Can you believe that? I don't believe it. Okay. So this is E, F, and I'm calling that G. I'll explain what I do. It's tomorrow's Technical Friday, but I'll do a little bit if I can today. So Energis was doing just fantastic. It is crawling up from the 570s area back in December, January. Suddenly you're looking at this thing in the almost the 11 area, 10, high 10, low 11s. And then what does it do? Something happens. It has a candle that turns blood red right there. On the 25th of February, 11:54, it just plunges that same day down to 11:54. I'm sorry, 11:54, it plunges down to 9:46. Next day, it plunges down to 8:01. Next day, it gaps down and it goes to, oh boy, $6. My heart is starting to sink. And then it goes 5.75 today. Now, let's see what Greg says. Would like, look at what? It gapped on the, I bought a position on the 27th of Feb. 27th of Feb? Wow, that's a 27th. Are you sure it's the 27th of Feb? Gap up and spike. I wasn't sure how to treat the spike, so I used the next candle as my peak A. All right, let's go on. I sold parts of the position at 9.24 and the remainder at 10.16 and had a profitable put in between. I had a peak F at the top. I got a G. Yeah, that's fine. You can call it an F. I'm calling this little peak here an A because this is the low that you're counting from. You're not counting from, this is not a brand new buy mode or buy signal. So that was a lower bar on the 23rd of January, but I'm taking it from the little doji candle on the 17th. That is an A, and that is a B, C, D. So this is a G, but we get the same thing. You get a G, an F, I get a G. Okay. I would like to get back in. Do you think the low swing of 521, that's the one right here, 521 on the 31st, that big gap and pull back from the low that was made on the at 441 on the 26th? What do you think? Okay, great. This is a good question, and I'll deal with it as soon as we get back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Ignitions Hour. Dow's down 7. S&P's almost unchanged. I'll be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi, everyone, we're back. And Greg wanted to know about WATT trading at $5.81, down 40 cents, down 6.44%. So I see here that it looks like they had Energous Q4 EPS negative 0.48 cents, misses at 0.45 estimate, 227. Okay. And then it says Energous prices 3.3 million shares, 3.33 million shares registered direct. So the bar, okay, so enough with that. What I would say to you is that normally in these circumstances with a gap down, you want to see no test of yesterday's low, but an inside bar and then a push towards trying to fill the gap, which it doesn't. or maybe it will, but it tries. Not another gap down. That to me is very negative. Now you have to wait a couple of days. But I'm thinking that if this is just an offering that could have knocked the shares down, then you might be getting closer to that 520 level, and there could be at least a relief bounce. And I know that it looks like you're also able to play these relief bounces, etc. So let's see how it closes at 580. If it closes and there's another very weak session tomorrow, I don't know if I want it yet, then let's look at it again Monday. But for a bounce, it should have done that today, but because of maybe the new share offering, whatever that is doing to the stock is not good, I'd have to give it another day. I don't like this action because then I have to wait for either a second or a third day after the gap down bar. That's where we are right now. So hold off. Tomorrow's Technical Friday. Ask me again tomorrow. Maybe we'll look at it again tomorrow, but it might be Monday before I can actually say to you, I think something's going to happen to the upside. So CLF question in the den. This is Cliff or something or other. I think Cleveland Cliffs. Just got a little toppy A, B, C, D, E. This is peak F right here. So it's just pulling back at a peak F at 10.92. Hold off. Don't do anything just yet. 1044 is the 200-period exponential moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if it needs to test that. So that's the question there. If this is now something you don't have, but you'd like to build a position, you've got a little bit, and you'd like to buy more, my eye says that if you're building a position, 963 is the key level. That if it closes for 1 week under 963, it could go lower. That's the 200-period moving average in the daily. And that's kind of key for me. The most important near term is the 1044 to 1020s. If you want to build a position, you have no choice but to buy a little bit on the way down now, and then you start to see where are the intention is to build a position with at least 2, maybe 3 positions lower down. That's the way I would think of it. My eye says that the monthly chart is really at a critical level, holding very well. But if the weekly chart breaks 1044, you're going to have to wait quite a bit longer, and you'll have plenty of time to do that. So I wouldn't get carried away, not with the pattern we're looking at right now. But if you want to start, you can just nibble here saying, this isn't my position. This is the feeler position for something that I'm going to do later. Hope that helps you. Now let's get out of that. And the question I had was, I had a couple of my own questions, but I thought I'd just get to a bunch of those that were, yes. So I was asked a lot of questions yesterday about Boeing. About 3 people, actually, in the end, it turned out to be about four people asked me about it. Excuse me, I'm just trying to find. Oh, Greg, I thought this is just so unlike you. You never write in anything like this. And I'm looking at 227, the gap, and then it pulls back 1227. Okay, let me just do that one more time and watch. I just want to thank you for that clarification. You must be wondering, what is he talking about? The 12, that's right there. That's beautiful. I mean, that's exactly very nice. Okay, so you bought into that gap. That means you handle this very, very well. And now everything I said applies. Nothing changes except I'm so pleased you told me. I couldn't understand how you made a profit if you just got in 4 days ago when it was on its way to tanking. All right, congratulations, Greg. Good move. We'll talk about it again. I think it's something to keep your eye on. But you do your homework right now. Check to see if this is a filing for 3.33 million. If it is, I think you're getting close to at least a nice rebound percentage-wise. That doesn't mean to say it's going from 5 to 10. It means that it could go from the 580, 560 level and pop to 680. At least that's a good start, and then you can handle the trade after that. So a couple of questions I had. What about Boeing? Well, I have in my automated Chapman wave, remember yesterday I said that I had at 443, was it 434? Yeah, 434. I had a couple of notations that said that was resistance. There, 434 in the 120-minute chart. It's up 4.21 at 439. 440.90 is the last one I have, and that's on the weekly. I don't have anything on the monthly. So this says to me at 440.90, I also have in the 10-minute at 440.51. Let me just have a look at the real thing, Boeing. Yeah. no matter how I look at it, at some point, I think we're going to fill in these. It looks like a little kind of corn. It looks like corn on the cob right there. We're going to fill a chunk of these things going into the 422, 415 level. It could come from higher up, but that's where I think we're headed. I had questions from subscribers as well about this, about Boeing. I've got a plan. I was going to implement the plan today, but I just don't see any rush to implement it. But I have a plan. And all I can say is Boeing, the black line, that 14-period exponential moving average now at 419, could go a little higher, it doesn't matter. That's going to be tested at some point over the next 3 weeks. And then if it takes it out decisively, then I'm looking at Boeing finally having a breather. But what a fantastic move. One of the best I've seen in a big stock. 292 to today's high of 441. 150 the point. I mean, that's huge. All right. Next question I had was, yes. So I'm going to take a moment here to do something. I think today's the day I want to do it. So if you forgive me, I'm not doing any questions just for the moment. I might do some a little later. Orly, I'm going to do right now because that is part of what I want to look at. Look, Orly had the Chapman wave, leg, body. This is a stalk leg formation, neck, and now, oops, I forgot to put this in as a G/C. The G/C, it went to the neck, and now it could be making the beak. Peak G. This is a G. I'm not doing anything here other than confirming it's a G. It's not a C. So you've got a G with a down arrow in the daily, makes a high around about 392 or something, and now it's trading at 370 under the 14-period moving average and 9-period moving average in the daily. And the weekly chart has done that whole pattern that we talk about: Chapman wave, leg, body, neck. Here's the neck, NECK. Here's the beak, starting the beak. The K in the beak always tries to come back and test the high of the body. That would be 363.20. The low today is 363.60. I mean, what a technique. I love this. I don't know how it works. It's just about to test the body and what happens next. Leg E in the monthly chart. I have to tell you, everything I'm looking at says consolidation is unfolding one by one by one. Yep, you've got some spectacular stocks, but even they are starting to just bump into resistances. I'll be back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. Oh, I want to talk about excellence. Well, I remember that through the break. Still Standing, a musical survival guide to life's catastrophes. I'll be right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Hi, everyone. So we're back. Now, there are a couple of things going on here. In the X, what is that? It's the XLI. Yeah, XLI, which is S&P Select Industrials. We've got a leg E, and it's gone to a peak E. The MACD's just fractionally negative. Stochastic's pulling back at 87%. Huge single leg B. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, wow, the technicals in the weekly chart are suggesting any pullback from the 76.46 level should have a lot of support between 74 and 72. And the technicals also suggest that the 72 level, and that's the weekly chart's 9 and 14 period moving average. The 73.30 level is the 14 period exponential moving average in the daily. And the 50 and the 200 period are in the 72s. So as it stands right now, the question I've had is, are we looking at a worst case basis of going back to the December lows? And my answer to that is, I just don't see what would take us there unless we're really suddenly talking recession. And we're only just recently had the inversion where you've got the yields suggesting something like that's possible. But I think yields are going to be running right now. And that's saying to me that something's changed. That's a more an inflationary thing. Gold has had its turn. Now it's going to have a digestive phase. So I'm looking at the industrials, and these are true industrials, in the XLI, well, more than the Dow. And it says to me, nice action. And that at this point, it's just at this point, I'm saying that 74 to 72 level should be really strong support. I just want to go through all these different things. And of course, a breakout into the 78.50 says, oh, we're on our way to all-time highs now. I just don't think it's now. I think it's going to be later. Just wanted to get a bunch of these things out. XLF, I was asked about the XLF. Now I was asked about KRE, which is the regional banks. I'm looking at the XLF, the Select Financial Spider Fund, trading at 26.61, up a penny. Just hugging the 200 period moving average. I wouldn't be surprised at 26.60 if 27.30s is resistance and 26.10 to 25.90 is a short term. It just chugs around here because of the interest rate factor, that it doesn't have to go anywhere. It just needs to hold here very nicely. The KRE has a little bit different chart formation right there. It's only just begun. I haven't finished notating it. A, B, and I'll do this quickly. C, D, then it goes A, B, C, D, and another E. Yeah, there's no reason why it shouldn't have a bit of a digestive phase right around the 200 period moving average. 56.84 right now. Starts to trade, it could go up to 58.20s. And I think the support in the 54s is very strong. So trading range for the XLF and the KRE, while they're building up this key support that I'm looking at in the weekly charts. And now the monthly charts are improving. So what I can say is going to have to be, you know, that now they're talking impeachment. I mean, God, this is not a good time at all. I'm just talking market-wise in terms of what I would like to see right now. I'd like to see Congress. I'd like to see, in fact, all the politicians just say, look, there are real serious things that we need to deal with right now. These are the things. Let's go to it tooth and nail together. Wow, wouldn't that be something? But then, of course, they'd have to agree on what to get together with. And that's not going to happen. All right. So now we've got the XAL, because crude oil has been rallying. XAL has started a bit of a pullback, just made a peak D, and it's pulling. Every one of the charts that I'm looking at suggests, at least on a short-term basis, I have to actually put a down arrow here in the XAL, the ARCA Airline Index, trading at 102.61, made a high just a few days ago of 106.78 on the 26th, trading at 102.60. No big deal, but it has given back all the gains over the last 1.5 months by going through to this candle, little doji candle of the 31st of January. And the weekly chart is just okay. It's not great. And the monthly chart is not that great. So we've got a market here that I'm saying to subscribers, let's be careful. Let's just take it easy a little bit. We've taken the opportunity, I think it's an opportunity, I might be wrong, to go to two areas that have just been lambasted. They've just been smacked for months. In some cases, it's years. And I said, let's just try, and very low priced. So it means you're not going to put big capital to work. I refuse to allow that. You cannot put all your money in the 1.70, 0.59, 78, less than $1 stock. No, never do that. It's just part of your portfolio. And as a result, I'm saying there's a chance we could start to see some rotation. So I'm going to talk about that for a moment. Someone said, look at the soft agriculturals. So we've got W, terrible candle, makes another leg, E to the downside, right on key support. Quick peak D to a quick E if there isn't a turnaround immediately within days. No, it's not even days, it's hours. You could get way uglier. And look at that. That is really ugly. Corn, try to rally. Now it's the same thing, down sharply at 370 and 3/4, continuous contract. Looks like it's turning the dreaded H pattern. It looks like it wants to test right there. Maybe we have to wait for the 364 area. It's trading at 370.5. Oh, ugly, ugly. Look at the monthly chart, corn continuous contract. So the areas that might improve over a period of months, I'm not talking about days or weeks, months, but they haven't even shown signs yet of turning around. So yellow light is out as far as I'm concerned for subscribers. We're going to, we both trying to raise some cash, and we're now on the short side in certain positions. Hey, it's a start, right? Not getting too carried away. I need to have confirmation. Buying comes in at the end of the month, maybe into the 1st and 2nd of the month, so it could go into Monday. If that buying dries up, this market it's priced at exactly this moment for perfection. I'm not talking about the year or anything. I'm just talking right now with these huge moves to the upside. Even a case like Boeing. I mean, I get sent some news here about other airlines and that Boeing could, in fact, be seeing internal weakness because of other factors, which isn't being shown in the price. Okay. Next thing I want you to talk about is to go to, there was a question I had here, and I'll get to it. Yep. Oh, yes. The VIX index. How come the VIX index, market is going to all-time highs, I'm sorry, recovery highs, really big recovery highs, and yet we're looking at the VIX index at 14.56. What's going on here? 13.51 was the recent low. I think this is a heads up. It's a heads up to say there is some insurance buying. You know, my philosophy here about the VIX index is that until you start closing, not just being, but closing at the day's high, and you're starting to get into the mid-teens and then the higher teens, there could be buying that comes in at any point. That's what you want to see. You want to see the VIX index trading at 1456 right now start to get to the 16s by Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'll be right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark have launched a special for a limited time only. Save 25% off Primal Edge and Health Signals. Just use promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or use promo code PRIMAL for Primal Edge and save 25% off instantly when you sign up. All the details are available on each order page at TFNN. Certified personal trainer Nico DeHaan's newsletter Health Signals comes out twice a month and is packed with great information on health, fitness, and diet. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox, and contains a special blend of ionic soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form. This sale won't last long. Sign up now using promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or Primal for Primal Edge and save 25%. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com right now.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. Just real quickly, Al just sent me something. He said, KHC, what do I think? Just bought it. I think you bought it at 33 and it's trading at 33.41. Remember, I spoke about this with the gap down that Greg had mentioned for WATT, and I said once it takes out the left side low of yesterday, you have to wait 3 bars. Well, you've got your 3 bars. Perfect time. It was the 4th candle just for a bounce at 33.41. Put a stop in below today's low of 31.82. If you're just using this as a trade, I think it could bounce, and I think you're looking at it. If we can get over 34.80, 34.55 by tomorrow afternoon, you've got yourself a real nice bounce. Treat it as a bounce. So I just want to mention Anita Hollander. You know, we're all about excellence here. We try our very best. All of us here at TFNN, our shows, we really work hard to try to give you the best that we can. So Anita Hollander, still standing, a musical survival guide to life's catastrophes. This is a woman. We went to a play last night. It's a musical over here in Watertown at the center, and it's the New Rep Theater. It's a play. Anita Hollander, she wrote it. Wrote the play. She wrote the music. She acts as a one-woman play. She lost the leg in 1978, I think it was, 77. And she just, the whole thing is about this leg and how she's coped with it. And it's brilliant. It is touching. You want to cry. You want to laugh. She's so funny. She's so I recommend, if you can see it, goes until Sunday afternoon. This is, I have no contact whatsoever other than to say, I loved it. We all loved it. It was brilliant. And Anita Hollander, still standing, playing right here in Boston, actually in Watertown, at the Mosesium Center. Yeah. So, anyway, so what I'm looking at, SMHs trading at 103.30. If they start to trade in the 99s over the next week, it says, uh-oh, that's a problem. And you've got to be careful all around, because this has been, it's had a spectacular 27% move from the low. That's amazing for the whole sector. So just keep that in mind. I'm just saying, be cautious. If you're looking at something to buy, make it something special. And if it's at highs, just tiptoe in, because you want to buy it down lower. I'll be back with Tom later on today. And stay tuned for Steve, Dave, and Tom. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Check out my opening call.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.